Hello everybody. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. I've just been busy and stuff. So yeah, today I'm doing a mod spotlight on excuse me, Redpower. Redpower is a mod that adds a whole bunch of stuff, like you can see, like strewn about this world. So the first thing I'm gonna go over is the grate, and the pump. So the pump is crafted like so, and the grate and the tubes. The tubes are different than the buildcraft tubes, as in they can only pick up water and lava. So these tubes are different, and I think they're a lot better. So this is the recipe. Tin and 3 copper makes a piece of brass, and you use the brass to make fluid pipes, which are on here, like so. See, 4 pieces of brass. So, in the alloy furnace is crafted like so. And the grate is crafted like this. So, this to build a tank, it can be out of any material. And sorry about that, was my phone. It can be out of any material. And I should turn the sound down. Any material, except I just made it glass for this demonstration. So, grates on both ends. This grate here will suck water out through the pump and into here, into the tank. So the pump, shot like spike, has die cow. The pump has input arrows and output. The input is where the liquid goes in, and output, obviously. So when I turn this pump on with a redstone signal, it begins to pump water through. And as you can see, the tank begins to fill up. I mean, this pump is actually taking the water source blocks from this lake here and putting it in here. And there's a hot water behind. Okay, and if I whack the pump, I can turn it around and pump water out. I think. Never tried that. Oh, yep, water's coming out and going back into the lake. So, anyways, next. Hold on. Next is the red alloy wire. As you can see, there's redstone wire and there's red alloy wire. An alloy furnace, 4 redstone and an iron ingot makes some red alloy wire. And ingots, my bad. Then you can turn the ingots into alloy wire. As you can see here, red alloy wire has a redstone signal, I think infinite. I've never actually tried how far it goes. So, excuse me. Oh yes. It's infinite, which means, see this torch? In this torch, this redstone, normally redstone has 13 block limit, and the red alloy wire has unlimited. So as you can see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks. This torch should not go off, but this torch should, because when I turn this lever, see, this torch came off, this torch turned on. Oh yeah, see, it makes 1 red alloy. Okay, moving on. The insulated cables are crafted like so. And there's a lot of them, like 16 to be exact. So they do not intersect and can have current running through them. So see, this doesn't affect this one, and vice versa. Okay, so next, there's the bundled cable. Crafted with any type, any color of this, so yeah, any color. And substrate. This allows 16 different redstone signals inputted via the 16 different insulated cables to pass through a single block. So as you can see, I turn this red light on, this yellow orange, it activates the orange light. And this light also not affected. Okay, next is the timer. So right now it pulses. Well, it should be pulsing. Excuse me. Oh, there it goes. And graph, I think that's a bug. I'm not sure about that. But anyways, it works. It should at least. Let's try using a lamp. This lamp. I think that's a bug right there. Anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you who the mod author was. This is by Eloram. The sequencer. Turn that off. Sequencer pulses, like, has this thing on, like, for the different inputs are whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, it cycles between the 4 inputs. There is no off switch, as in here you apply a redstone signal, it turns off. It just cycles through. And the counter, it's very simple. So right now I have it set to that it can only count to 3 and gets down by 1. So when I push this little plus, apply redstone signal here, it moves up. If I do it 3 times, it powers this wire. And this is the decrease side, 3 times also. But if you want, you can configure it so like you can decrease it by 3 and increase it by 1. So it's at 3, and if I flip it once now, it's at 0. And so, okay. Now the repeater is a bit like the normal Minecraft repeater, except it's instantaneous. And you can set it to various amounts of ticks, and it's a lot more advanced. And see, you can set to various amounts of ticks. Oh yeah, here's the, yeah. So the lights are crafted with Lumar. Sorry about that. The Lumar, which is all 16 different types, which is crafted just different colors with different dyes. And then you can turn those into lamps, which are crafted like so. Some glass, redstone, and some Lumar. So the lamps, they come in all 16 different colors. And when you apply redstone signal, it lights up the light. And one of Minecraft mechanics is that the reason why this light is lighting up is because the redstone signal is traveling through this block and onto this block. So I can turn 3 on and stuff like that. Okay, now the null cell. The null cell is used to, like, if you ever need to cross 2 wires. See, this wire doesn't affect this wire, and vice versa. And, okay. The invert cell is exactly like that. The lower wire, if it is on, it's off, and if it's off, it's on. This, however, is a bit different. If it's on, it's on. If it's off, it's off. Okay. The pneumatic tubes now. Pneumatic tubes are crafted like so, with just this. And they're a lot smarter than Buildcraft tubes. Like when the Buildcraft, if you just dump items into it, it'll just keep spinning if you're trying to go in, and it'll fall on the ground and cause a big lag mess. But these are more intelligent. And this here is the filter, which can pull out 1 stack of items at a time. And so in here is a piece of wood and some pneumatic tubes. In here is just filled with wood. So the wood went through fine. See, it's no longer in this chest. But when I try to do this, it doesn't go into the same chest. It's smart enough to know that this is the only available inventory to go through. This restriction tube just prevents the wood from going into this chest. So like if I take this out with a thingamajig and replace this, I'm just gonna take some wood out. You now, if they see, it goes to the closest inventory. So you think it would go to here, because this is 1, 2, 3. This is also 3, so it will divide between the two. So I put this. We should get at least 1 in each block. See this one? That one went straight. That one didn't go at all. Oh yeah, my bad. It's because it's oops, stupid hitbox. I forgot because it all just went here. So we take the wood back, put a piece of wood in. Now see, this time it went over here. So yes, that's basically the gist on the pneumatic tubes. Here is a transposer. As you can see, I have a lot of other mods installed. Transposer, cheap, stuff like that. It can be used as a valve and stuff. Okay, so if you drop it on, it will suck it up. But notice that there's a tube connecting to it and it's not falling onto the ground. The tubes can detect inventories and will go to the nearest inventory. So if I place this tube here, see the part comes into this inventory right here. It's also very useful. And you can use it as like a valve. Like this is the close and this is the open. Okay. So next we have the ejector and the relay. The ejector, oops, spelled it out. The ejector is not spelled with a G. The ejector is crafted like so with a buffer, which is crafted like this. And the buffer acts as just as a buffer, as its name suggests. So if I put this in here, I can put it in the inventory. But when I click this lever, it only outputs 1 at a time. But the relay, however, is crafted with the buffer transposer and some stuff. Oh yeah, the red doped wafer. The red doped wafer is by combining a silicone wafer and a redstone, full redstone, to get a red doped wafer. And a silicon wafer is created with a silicon bowl and a diamond handsaw. And the silicon bowl is created with coal and sand. So anyways, this will automatically output the entire stack. So if I dump this, it comes out immediately into the chest. Okay, now the mag tubes. The mag tubes are basically like high speed, like the golden pipes in Buildcraft. High speed, but notice how they do not connect. This is a regular tube. This is a mag tube, and the mag tube is crafted like this. It's with a fine copper wire, which is crafted like copper, with a diamond draw plate, which is crafted with iron strips, etc., etc. You know what it's crafted. And so, oops, forgot to put a transposer on that end. Oops. This is why you should prepare for your videos. Okay. Also, the screwdriver is a very important tool. So let's say I have not that. Let's say I have a transposer here and the pipe right here. Right there. You click on it with the screwdriver and it will rotate the faces. And this is a sonic screwdriver crafted with an emerald, brass ingot, and a blue trick battery, which is crafted with nickelite and copper and tin. So, the blue trick battery, and there's also the regular screwdriver, which is a lot cheaper. It's iron and stick. But this one never wears out. If it wears out, you can just right click with a blue trick battery and it will recharge it. And so as I was saying, this accelerator, the accelerator is needed to link the two together. It needs to be powered in order to accelerate it. Like it's crafted like this. So if I drop this and a lever, not like that, a lever into there, it goes in, then it zooms all the way over to here. And notice that the mag tubes do not connect to chests. Okay, and now we're coming near the end of this part of the mod. And so the first thing is this is a filter set to pull out an iron ingot. And there is cobblestone and an iron ingot. Obvious. And this is the item detector. It can output a redstone current every time an item goes in if it's set to this mode, for every stack, and if it's blocked. So if if an item comes back through, that will go into here and that will go off. So notice how there's cobblestone in the first and there's iron. This will pull out one iron ingot and it will flash the light. Well, it should have flashed the light anyways. It's been a bit buggy. Oh well. It usually flashes the light. So it hasn't been doing it, does that. And then it goes here. But if we put this, now there's no iron left. I can click this all I want, and nothing will come out. Unless I take this off. Then the cobblestone, the entire stack of cobblestone comes out. And then it just gets plopped in the chest. This here, item detect, oh, no wonder. Oops. Let's go put that back. Okay, let's go re-demonstrate that. Because I forgot I had it set to the wrong mode. Okay, so in goes the iron. This motor will output three pulses. It should have, at least. But anyways, it would. If you put this mode. This motor will only act one if you, no matter how many you put in. Like if you put 64 in, it will put 64 in, it will do etc. And yeah, that will put flash 64 times. Useful for counters. So now the block breaker is crafted. Is crafted with an unbroken iron pickaxe, very important, cobblestone, and a piston. Which this basically does, when it's powered by a redstone signal, it will break this. The deployer right-clicks whatever is in its inventory. So when I click this, it goes and deploys it. But notice if I put a bucket of water, put a water bucket in here, and then click it. Apparently it doesn't like water buckets. Oh well, it's good for like filling up buckets and stuff. You just put a timer here, have it just keep going. Oh, and that pretty much wraps up this part. There's more to come. I just kind of limited on time today. And if you fly over here, this giant tree right here was added by Redpower. It's called the Great Wood Tree, and it gives great wood logs. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this mod spotlight, and yeah.